Not done enough to get into the game himself.
No, I would agree with that, and I think in the couple of occasions where he has had the ball and you're looking for him to face up the defender and produce a wee bit of magic, it's not just quite been there tonight for him. Frustrating evening for him, but Mikey Moore certainly made an impact when he came off the bench against Kilmarnock, and he'll be looking to do the same here.
So a double change for Rangers as Raskan slips, and that allows Ferencváros to come piling forward, and it's Todt who's leading that charge into the penalty area. He goes, Barron's with him to the right hand side, looking for an option now. Crosses half cut out, Raskan's misjudged it though, comes into the penalty area, and Daly looking to link up there. Rangers can't scramble it clear just yet. Then Raskan takes over and brings it forward, and he's brushed aside 2 or 3 challenges, then runs into a final one that he can't get beyond, and Ferencváros have it back. Varga forces it back the way, and it's Kanichovski in the middle of the park.
The tempo's gone up, it really has, from Ferencváros. You can hear the energy from the crowd as well.
Kanichovski once more in the midfield, almost an hour on the clock here. 1-1 it stands between Ferencváros and Rangers, as Todt once more picks up a talented young Hungarian international. Looks like he's got a bright future ahead of him. Odvush now out to the right hand side to Cisse. He gets it back once more on the halfway line. Rijmakers now picking up and then plays it forward. Not a great ball, and it's given away to Danilo, but Danilo has just given it away so cheaply there.
He's been doing it for the last 10-15 minutes. That's why I'm surprised he didn't come off.
Yeah, it was a gift of possession in the middle of the park, and all he needed to do was just take care of it and get his team up the park, maybe build an attack, but instead they're back in the defensive as Varga looks to flick it on. Well read by Tavernier. Tavernier at the edge of his own box. Barron's given it away poorly in the middle of the park, and now there's an opportunity here for Todt to shoot. Doesn't get a hold of it, and that's an easy one for Butland, who goes down to his right. Robbie Keane not happy about something down there, and the referee, I'm not sure what the referee's actually indicating there. Oh, he's counting down.
He's
counting down the 8 seconds. So quite rare he actually, or I've noticed that, I have to say, since that rule was brought in the summer. Hasn't been overly enforced in my experience either, as the ball's knocked back to David Groff in the Ferencváros goal. Bojan Majowski trying to fix his boot here as Raskan heads it forwards, and then Barron will pick up on a loose ball in the middle of the park, midway inside the Ferencváros half. Majowski's back in play as Barron knocks it back to Sterling. It's good to see him back in a Rangers jersey. Raskan runs into trouble, but Majowski picks up and feeds Tavernier, and now it's Magoma in a central area. Fernandez is behind him just outside the centre circle. He plays it square to Sterling, who's just occupying that role that Aarons was playing. Now it's forward for Tavernier. Tavernier looked to link there with Barron. He's going to get it back anyway. Daly's with him, and he just tries to see that behind for a corner, which he manages to do. Tavernier, and Rangers will have another chance from a set piece. 61.5 played. Ferencváros 1, Rangers 1.
Yeah, with Sterling coming on, it gives them another option in there as well. They've got 4 or 5 really big guys. If the quality of the ball is on point, it's a good opportunity this for Rangers.
Short option is Mikey Moore. Tavernier over it as well on the right hand side, as Ferencváros have got just one defender over, which might tempt Rangers into playing the short corner. Their new set piece coach on duty. It has been taken short to Moore. Now it's back with Tavernier once more. Now he stands up to the back post. It's won by Fernandez, but he can only direct it away out to the left hand side, and it's going to be a free kick actually. I think Fernandez just caught one of the Ferencváros players there as he made his way out of the penalty area, and it will be that free kick. 62.5 played, 1-1.
It's a good ball in from James Tavernier after the wee short corner routine with Moore. Fernandez gets up well, but doesn't make any connection with it.
You were talking about the Giga, a couple of good Giga challenges, and they absolutely were earlier on. The only thing for me is that they have to be last ditch. Like, it absolutely has to get them bang on, which I suppose, as good as the challenges themselves are, with better positional play and awareness, they probably wouldn't have to make them quite as I say, last ditch.
Yeah, possibly.
He's O'Dowd on the left hand side, sends it back post. Butland on the stretch once more, but he's able to hang on to that one before Makrekis can cause him any trouble. So still one apiece, no changes yet from the home side. Again, Jack Butland's getting a count from the referee as he rolls it out to Raska and then plays it to Giga for Sterling. Sterling quickly closed down, back into Raska, and he clips it forward for Majowski. Comes back to Raska, and in the middle of the park now it's Danilo. Majowski's stayed down, but Danilo leads Rangers forwards. He's played out to the left hand side to Moore, and maybe just behind him, but Moore should have done a lot better. It looks like a dead leg that Majowski's feeling there. I hope it's a dead leg rather than a hamstring.
Nothing wrong with him.
Well, that's not the body language he's given off to me, but anyway, it's out for a throw-in over on the far side. Again, Rangers just a little bit slack in possession, and it just needs to be that bit better if they're to try and get themselves back in front here, or at least hold on for the point, which would end their hopes of Europa League qualification, but nonetheless, as James McFadden was saying earlier on, would still be, you know, a decent enough result. Or maybe it was Tom, I always get the two mixed up.
Yeah, they look quite similar.
Just similar characters altogether. Here come Ferencváros forward once more down the right hand side, played into the near post, not a good ball, but Fernandes really makes a decent enough pass out, but Moore can't hold on to it, and that's a couple of times he's lost it. And now they come forward again, the home side. It's Tote out to the right hand side to Makrekis. That's poor cross from him though, and Rangers have been a bit fortunate at times that they've not had to pay further for some of the slack play as Finlay Curtis prepares to come on. I think this is going to be Danilo this time.
I would have thought so. And then Majowski's down, is sitting down as well.
Even though you said there was nothing wrong with him.
Well, it didn't look like it to me, but he maybe just wants off. Chermiti's getting ready as well, so...
Yeah, well, looks like it might be a double change again for Rangers as the physio is waved on to treat Bojan Majowski. So Finlay Curtis certainly coming on. We'll wait to see the fourth officials board in terms of who he's going to replace. Still the wait goes on as Majowski's being treated. Maybe they're just waiting to make sure that he's going to be okay, or otherwise before they decide whether Chermiti will also come on. Anyway, yeah, it is going to be Danilo who's replaced by Finlay Curtis.
He just had a bit of a slack second half, Danilo, in terms of linking the ball and keeping it for Rangers. Too many giveaways.
Chermiti is going to come on for Majowski. He's putting a good shift up there, got a cracking goal, and he will hope that is a sign of further success to come for him in front of goal.
Yeah,
it's Rangers.
Finlay Curtis is going out to the left hand side, and Mikey Moore will just kind of latch on to Chermiti. Kind of similar position to what Danilo was doing in the first half.
Butland with another horrendous pass or clearance out from the back, and it's picked up by Utvush and just lays it back to Tote, who steps away from Raska and out to the left hand side. Here he is once more, Tote. Into Utvush again, the goal scorer for Ferencváros. 1-1 it stands as we approach the midway point in this second half. That's O'Dowda into Tote and back to O'Dowda, and Utvush once again. Certainly had plenty of possession. Here's Cisse, who was so heavily involved and crucially involved in that equalising goal when he came forward from right centre back, but Rangers have forced him back the way this time. It's back with Groff, the goalkeeper, easily able to play out from the back to Utvush, who could have turned there, but instead he goes back the way to Rijmakers, and Danny Roll just trying to guide Rangers up the park a bit. See Sterling's in at right centre back, or right back now, and Tavernier's the one who's playing in that role that Aaron's occupied, either as a wing back or a winger, depending on whether they've got possession. But Sterling playing quite centrally, actually looks more like the back three at times. Anyway, here's Groff firing it forwards. Giga gets the header into Barron, who's forcing Magoma to dash for that. He hasn't been able to keep it in, and it has been something that's kind of run through Rangers play throughout the night, Stephen. Some of the passes haven't been nearly accurate enough.
No, I mean, they had a couple of spells in the first half where in possession they kept the ball for, you know, a good few passes and no end product with it. But in the second half, there's been a lot of slack ones.
Giga's header falls into the midfield for Ferencváros, but Raskan picks up and then finds Chermiti. Barron, I don't know why he's passing to Sterling there when he was very tightly marked by Varga, but Sterling did enough to force it to Tavernier. Then back with Sterling into Moore, onto Barron. He's trying to get it to Ras's goalkeeper Jack Butland. Back with his goalkeeper Jack Butland. Back with Giga. He'll be closed down by Daly out to the right hand side to Sterling. He gets it forward to the halfway line, but it's onto the head of Soloy, who will try to begin the next Ferencváros attack. 21 minutes remaining in this game. It's still Ferencváros 1, Rangers 1. Remember, live coverage of both Celtic and Aberdeen in Europe to come this evening. A choice of listening. That is terrible from Mikey Moore. Just gives it straight to Ferencváros. My goodness, Ferencváros just gives it straight back to them. This is ludicrous. For this level of football. Raskan's done really well to get beyond Utbush, and now up towards the edge of the penalty area. Mikey Moore now on the right hand side tries to get the shot away. It's blocked, comes back to Barron. He can't quite keep a hold of it. Now it's forward to Daly out to the right hand side. One for Makrekis to try and take on Magoma. He is firing forward, but Magoma shows him a decent turn of pace as well and manages to get back and does really well in the end.
He did.
And Curtis now picks up on that left hand side. Oh, terrible passage of play there just a few moments ago, though, with both sides determined to give it back to the other. Raskan has it over on the left hand side and just plays it short to Mikey Moore, who looks like he's got licence to roam. As Thomas says, just playing it in behind Chermiti. Barron for Giga, out to the right hand side to Tavernier. 20 to play, 1-1 it stands as Sterling has it just inside the Ferencváros half, back the way to Giga and all the way back to Jack Butland. Rangers have made 4 of their allotted 5 substitutions, so not too much more they can change beyond this as Butland clips it out to the right hand side to Sterling. A bouncing ball, not an easy one to take, but he gets it to Barron on the right hand side. Barron back to Sterling again. Back the way to Giga, now Barron once more on the touchline, but deep in his own half, closed down quickly by Utbush, and he's going to really have to work hard to keep a hold of the ball. He does well. Sterling then can't keep a hold of it. Ferencváros player goes down, and it'll be a Rangers throw in again. A little bit fortunate to get away with that, maybe.
It was just very messy all round, you know. I mean, like, nobody could keep a hold of the ball. It looked like there were 3, 4, 5 fouls in there. The referee not buying any of them.
Nor that one when Mikey Moore tries to go through a space that perhaps wasn't there. Two Ferencváros players coming together to win possession back fairly in the eyes of the referee, as they have it now on the right hand side. 71.5 on the clock, as looks like the home side are going to go to their bench for the first time this evening. But still in play over on the right hand side. It's Cisse back to Makrekis, and then all the way back via Rijmakers to the goalkeeper. Fire forward down the left hand side for O'Dowda, if he can keep it in. Yeah, he has done. Tavernier trying to get back at him in an advanced area now up to the edge of the Rangers penalty area on the left hand side. Sends it in. Must be! It is! And it's that man, Barnabas Varga, at the back post. He was not going to pass up that opportunity. Beautifully flighted in by O'Dowda, and Varga rose to notch his 20th goal of the season, and he won't score a simpler one. Rangers torn apart. The original diagonal ball, as Tomo says, was right on the money, and O'Dowda delivered from the left hand side. Varga with a header. It's Ferencváros 2, Rangers 1.
It's a brilliant goal from a Ferencváros point of view. The diagonal 70-yard pass, magnificent. Then there's not enough pressure on O'Dowda before he gets the cross in. He floats it to the back post, and I don't know, I would need to see the replay, but for me, Magoma and Fernandez, I think it is at the back post. One of them has to be picking up Varga, who, you're right, I mean, it's a simple header, puts it in the back of the net, but from Rangers' point of view, really disappointing defensively.
Couple of changes which were going to be made anyway, but they're definitely going to be made now by Ferencváros, and it's the scorer of the equaliser, Utbush, who will be replaced by Christopher Zachariasen, and Daly is going to be replaced by Joseph. And looks like Tello Osgar is going to come on for Rangers. Lenny Joseph then, and Christopher Zachariasen coming on as Daly tries to rouse the crowd even further, but they don't need a lot of that. It's James Tavernier who's coming off for Osgar, so that's going to be some sort of change of shape. We'll see how that affects Rangers as on comes Osgar. So that's Rangers made all their changes with 16 to play, and they need a goal now, or else they are going to tumble to another defeat from lacking a ball to kick the match off again.
Yeah, well, they need to go for it now. Rangers do. I mean, they've not really been an attacking force in this game tonight in terms of creating opportunities, efforts on goal. Very, very few. But they've got to go for it here now.
Yeah, Raskan gets it to Curtis midway inside the Ferencváros half, out to Migoma. Migoma left hand side into Osgar. He needs to start showing what he's capable of. He is his left hand side, gets it back from Raskan, forced back the way though. Clip forward now for Raskan. Raskan helps it on and cleared away before Mikey Moore can get there. It's a decent bit of play that from Rangers, but again, just can't quite find the final ball. Rangers throwing right hand side. Sterling back to Osgar. Little dummy away from Joseph. Back to the halfway line to Giga. And forward for Sterling. Now Mikey Moore out on the right hand touchline. Oh, that was never out. Play. That was nowhere near being out of play.
Never
and
out.
The assistant referee, who's about a yard away from it, signals for the throw-in. And well, that is baffling because we could see from here there was no chance that was out of play.
No, it was on the line. Really poor from the linesman. It was a lovely wee spin as well from Mikey Moore.
Rangers trailing by 2-1, a quarter of an hour left to play here. Heading for just 1 point out of a possible 18 in this Europa League campaign as Ferencváros tried to come forward. Joseph tumbles under a challenge there by Fernandez, but is waved back to his feet. The referee's done actually okay because he's not fallen for a number of people just tumbling under minimal contact, which a lot of referees do nonetheless penalise these days. Raskan down the right hand side looking for Chermiti. He can't get there though, ahead of Soloy, and Varga almost picks up, but it breaks out now to Tolt. And now O'Dowda, who provided that wonderful cross for the goal that put Ferencváros 2-1 up. Fernandez taking a massive chance inside his own box, but does get away with it, and then he's dragged to the ground by Joseph, who will go into the referee's notebook for pulling him down. Yellow card and a free kick to Rangers midway inside their own half.
It certainly looked very composed, didn't it, from Fernandez, taking a touch in the box under pressure, jinks past a couple of players, drives forward 20 yards with it, and then a stupid foul from Joseph, who's just on the pitch, picks up a yellow card.
So Rangers free kick midway inside their own half. Raskan looking for players to come towards him with it, as the home fans stand aloft with the scarves held above their heads. And
77, they must have done something in 77 now. Have you got knowledge of this in your notes? Pathetic. Pathetic.
It is Ferencváros who have it as they try and come forward. Fernandez attempted clearance, wasn't great, but then neither was the pass that came in from Zachariasen, and Rangers have it back. Throw-in is going to be given to Ferencváros. Curtis going down, but again the referee,
it's good referee, interested. He threw himself.
Back it goes to Cisse. And back to Rijmakers and all the way back to the goalkeeper. Rangers need to find something from somewhere if they are to take anything from the game. Vargas again getting the flick on, this time to Joseph. He can't get the better of Giga, but then he's brought down by Giga. Looked like Giga had the better of him there, but somehow Joseph was able to recover and win the free kick for his side. And this is another
That's a booking.
threat here for Rangers. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's for the complaints or the initial challenge, but either way, Giga into the book as well, and a free kick just about 25 yards from goal, right of centre to be fair, but nonetheless a good chance here for Ferencváros to put this game probably beyond Rangers, you would imagine, with just 11 and a half minutes left of the 90. The home fans enjoying this more now, and they are on the brink of making the latter stages of this competition as Tote stands over the free kick here. Looks like it'll be a ball into the box. Indeed it is, curled to the back post. Cisse will go and try and keep it in. It's beyond him. He's kept it in, he gets it back. And now it comes back into the box, and Rangers get it half clear. But not entirely, and Joseph's wriggled away from a couple of challenges, and Magoma has to go across and block that behind for another corner. Just over 10 to play. Ferencváros 2, Rangers 1.
Yeah, Joseph spinning, I think it was Raskin there, all too easy in the box. Tries to get his shot away behind for the corner kick. I mean, it looks like there's only one team going to go on and win this match. Now, I mean, Rangers throughout the whole game haven't really created enough to suggest that they could go and win the game.
No, there's been absolutely nothing else for David Groff to do, is there, beyond the goal. And it comes from the right-hand side, well won by Fernandes, who is a towering presence in there. Back in it comes, though. Butland should take that and does. And free kick is going to be given to Rangers as Butland was impeded. Free kick is taken. Forward comes Raskan into Osgaard, just inside his own half. Out to the right hand side for Sterling. Again, Rangers struggling to keep a hold of it, but Sterling gets it back from Raskan, tries to tease it down the line again, but cut out by Tote. Throw in taken by Sterling back to Nico Raskan on the right hand side, midway inside the Ferencváros half. Looks forward for Moore, doesn't get there, but it's out for another throw in to Rangers, still midway inside the Ferencváros half. Forward it goes to Mikey Moore, now plays it into the area. Arriving was Finlay Curtis, he completely misses his header as he tried to direct it towards goal. That was a decent opportunity, not a bad ball in from Mikey Moore as Fernandes and Varga, Fernandes gets the better of him in the end, having initially looked like he was going to lose out. Varga with his head in his hands because he thought he was going to be clear there. There's going to be a couple more changes for the home side shortly, but Rangers have it right hand side. Sterling looking infield to Osgaard, back the way to Giga.
It's another thing, you know, Asgard's been brought on the pitch to play as almost like a 10 and somebody who's going to see forward passes. When he's receiving the ball, most of the time he's taking it and giving it back to that centre half.
Here's Curtis left hand side, good bit of play from him. Sterling arriving at the back post, gets his head to it but way over the top from Dujon Sterling after a good delivery from Finlay Curtis as Rangers press for an equaliser, but with 82 almost played, it's still Ferencváros 2, Rangers 1.
Excellent play from Finlay Curtis down that left hand side, goes by his marker, puts a really nice cross into the back post. Sterling's there, he gets up ahead of the full back but just can't get the header downward over the crossbar from him. And a rare attack from Rangers.
It's going to be Kadu and Julio Romao coming on. Gabi Kanichovski replaced by Romao, and Kadu, like Romao, a Brazilian, he will come on for the Irishman Callum O'Dowda, who put that ball on a plate for Varga to score the second Ferencváros goal. He is also replaced at left wing back, so two Brazilians on. Rangers still trailing by 2-1 with 7.5 of the 90 to play. The goal kick is taken, flicked on by Varga, who's won just about everything in the air. Rangers get it forward once more. Osgaard tries to help it on, but Ferencváros had it back briefly, but now it's Raskan just inside his own half, looks up, then tries to take his man on this right hand side. Back to Sterling. Giga takes a touch away there from Joseph, does well, gets it square to Fernandes, and now it's Barron for Giga once more, still 20 yards inside his own half. Forward for Moore, who tries to turn away from his man. It's been kept in. Oh, I thought it was kept in play by Sterling.
The linesman again.
Well, it probably did Rangers a favour that time, because Sterling had only taken it into the path of I think Varga was going to capitalise down that left hand side. 6.5 to play. Still 2-1 Ferencváros. Referee again just wants the throw in taken a little bit further back. Robbie Keane just at the edge of his technical area, pointing to his head, just saying to his players, just see this game out, be sensible, nothing daft, as throw-in's taken into Joseph. Poor touch from him, but he manages to keep it from Mikey Moore. Fernandes can't win it either, needs to get back into position as Totes tries to squeeze it down the left hand side for Varga, but there's a Rangers player in the way. Sterling doing, and then Chermiti just needs to be careful there as he raises his arms. He's unhappy about the challenge that came in on him, but Rangers get the free kick, which will be taken by Sterling. 6 to play. Rangers trailing by 2-1. And in truth, haven't overly troubled David Groff beyond the Bojan Majowski goal that put them in front back in 27 minutes. As Fernandes has it now deep in his own territory. Forward for Raskan, who's dragged to the ground. Rangers get the free kick, about 20 yards inside their own half, quickly taken by Osgar into Barron, and now Giga. Out on this right hand side is Sterling. He'll now be closed down by Kadu. He clips it forward for Moore. Moore down the right hand side, trying to move away there from Tote. Manages to keep the ball well there under significant pressure. Still Moore onto Raskan, just about 10 yards inside the Ferencváros half, out to the left hand side for Curtis. Back to Magoma now, midway inside the Hungarian half. Left hand side comes infield into Mikey Moore. Moore trying to spin away from Romao, but he's been dispossessed by the Brazilian, who feeds it forward for Joseph. Joseph now up to the edge of the penalty area, up against Fernandes. He's shown him a clean pair of heels, cuts it back, but just behind the substitute Zacharias, and otherwise Rangers could have been in real trouble there. And it's fed up towards Chermiti. He can get nothing on it, and it's back in the possession of Ferencváros.
There's a big chance. Joseph down in the byline, cuts it back, but he had two options. Cutback didn't go to any of them, and luckily for Rangers the ball's cleared. But I mean, it's difficult to see in these last however many minutes are left, 5+ stoppage time, Rangers getting the opportunity that need to get back into this game.
Yep, I'd agree. 4 to play plus injury time. Danny Rule out at the edge of his technical area, still looking for more from his players. It breaks kindly for Finlay Curtis. A little step over into Osgar now. Spins towards goal. He still has it, then he gets it back to Curtis. This could be a chance. Curtis, has the keeper saved that? He has. Oh, he must have just got a fingertip to it. Mikey Moore was on his left hand side as well, and might have slipped him in, but he went for goal, and it looked like it was on target, but for the keeper's fingertips. He got down brilliantly, the veteran keeper, to touch that wide to deny Rangers an equalising goal.
It's a great effort from Curtis, it really is, but the ball should have been Mikey Moore. I don't know whether he sees him or not. If he lifts his head, he's got a simple pass into Mikey Moore, who's in acres of space and would probably, surely have scored. But I mean, I suppose you've got to say it's a really good effort from Finlay Curtis and a top save.
It's going to be Connor Barron to take the corner kick from the right hand side. Be an outswinger here from Barron, and it comes. It's met by a Ferencváros head pretty emphatically back out to this right hand side for a Rangers throw-in. Barron looking for potentially someone to come and take it, but he just takes it himself in the end. Then he gets it back from Osgard and sweeps it to the back post. Up goes Curtis once more, can't reach it. Chermiti bumped to the ground, goes down, and Ferencváros will come forward, knocked out of play for a Rangers throw-in, as Ferencváros are going to make one final change here in the shape of Alexander Pesic, the Serbian striker. Not quite yet though. The ball's back in play. 2.5 left plus stoppage time. Rangers a goal behind, having led in the first half, but Magoma has lost it. to Joseph, and now it's Varga who can finish Rangers off if he can get the shot away here. Slips it instead back to Romao. Romao has a good challenge on the deck there by Giga once more, but Ferencváros have got it back on the edge of the penalty area, right hand side. Well, back comes Curtis, good defending from the young winger to bring it away, and then he goes down under a barge from Romao, and it'll be a Rangers free kick with Giga down off the field of play, having made another decent enough challenge.
I think he's toiling here a bit, Giga.
Yeah, not sure what's happening.
Just when I didn't see it. I mean, when he goes to block the effort from Joseph, I think it was. Is it another head knock? Is he holding his head?
The referee checking on him just now, helps him to his feet, and I think he's going to be okay to continue for the last few minutes. Meanwhile, there's a Ferencváros player down. Is it Varga?
Yeah.
With a bit of cramp. That's going to be him that's going to be replaced actually by Pesic, and he goes off potentially as the match winner. We knew that he was going to be a major threat, and listen to the ovation he gets from the home crowd. He really is the talisman for this home crowd, and he only really had that one effort, but it was a simple one, and it was potentially, looks like it's going to be the match winning one.
One effort and goal, one goal, not bad stats that. I mean, his threat in the air has been there all evening. He's won a lot of headers, a lot of, not just kind of not winning the headers, he's had headers that are intelligent, flickering onto people, creating opportunities. He's linked to play well.
Raskan fires it forwards. Osgar brings it down and then plays it out to the left hand side. It's Finlay Curtis up against Cisse, fires it into the box. Sterling's there, but he can't really direct on goals onto the roof of the net, and there's going to be a free kick in any case to Ferencváros for a tug on the jersey, I think, by Sterling as he tried to fire that over the line. And 4 minutes added on by the referee here.
Really good again from Curtis. He's had an impact since he's come on. Finlay Curtis down that left hand side, a couple of really good balls in. Obviously had that effort on goal as well that was turned around the post by the goalkeeper.
So we're into those 4 minutes of added on time. Rangers trailing by 2-1 in Budapest, heading for another Europa League defeat. I mentioned they hadn't lost 5 away from home in Europe since the mid-80s, but they are on course for that right now unless they can do something in these closing minutes of added on time. They've got a free kick just inside the Ferencváros half, and they'll throw plenty of bodies forward. It's getting to the now or never stage.
Yeah, this goes diagonal, the edge of the box.
I'm not sure Fernandez is wanting it taken short maybe to Magoma. There's certainly a breakdown in communication there between Magoma and some of his teammates. Anyway, Barron sends it in towards the back post, but there's a free kick being given to Ferencváros for an infringement inside the penalty area, and that is such a waste.
Yeah, it is. It's Osgaard that's done it. I mean, you know, what's he thinking about? Why make that foul? He wasn't even, the ball wasn't anywhere near him. Silly. So Ferencváros won't be in a particular hurry to take this as they prepare to move on to 14 points from 6 games. Rangers will have a solitary 1 point as Groff takes the free kick far deep into Rangers territory. A couple of minutes of added on time left to play. Ferencváros have it where they want it down in Rangers territory as Curtis tries to get it up the line. Out for a throw in to Rangers. Magoma midway inside his own half, left hand side. Rangers need it up the other end, and they need to try and create one final chance. It's flicked on by Curtis. Barron can't get it. It'll come back to Magoma. Magoma, his ball forward is charged down. It's picked up by Joseph, and now out to the right hand side. Makrekis tries to get the cross in. It's half cut out. Rangers in a bit of a muddle there, but Butland just able to dive on that, and he bowls it out looking for Mikey Moore here. Closed down quickly, and there's a bang of heads there between Mikey Moore and Soloy, and yeah, he's in a bit of pain there. Moore just
didn't see him coming really.
No, I mean, you can see it happening a mile off, and it's the back of Mikey Moore's head, but I think Solos got it square in the jaw. A really nasty one.
And so both players down, getting treatment now. And so that will prolong injury time just a little bit more. But on the whole then, Stephen, despite looking like it's going to be a defeat, is there much in the way of positives that Danny Rule can take from tonight?
I don't really know. I mean, I think, you know, because if they lose the game, which looks like they're going to, it goes down as another defeat in this pretty much turgid European campaign. There was parts of the game that were okay, certainly in the first half. Defensively looked more solid, but then they lose that goal right on half-time. It was preventable, avoidable, and then the goal that they lose in this second half, for me, is really poor defensively. Did they ask enough questions? I think young Finlay Curtis can take a lot of credit from since he's come on to the game. I suppose Rangers, you would say, in the last 5-10 minutes have had a couple of half efforts. His one was a great effort, but overall they've not done enough and not worked the goalkeeper enough to suggest that they could have gone and won this game. And ultimately it's another defeat.
It's looking that way. Both players are back on their feet and ready to come back on once the referee allows them to. The free kick's actually been given to Ferencváros for that collision.
Never a free kick.
Anyway, that's clipped long by Kadu up towards the edge of the penalty area. Pesic feels he was being dragged down there, but nothing given. Fernandes is up front there for the moment, but can't do anything with the ball. Then he knocks Kadu to the ground, and the free kick will be given. And it's got to be pretty much over. Robbie Keane's waving his arms about as if to say that's way beyond time, but that's because it was a lengthy-ish stoppage. It will be a free kick to the home side. It looks very much like it's heading for another defeat for Rangers. You can hear the home fans whistling for full time. Another free kick then is going to be clipped in towards the corner. Pesic won't keep that in play. It's going to be a goal kick to Rangers. But they won't have time to take it because the referee blows the final whistle, and the unbeaten record of Ferencváros continues as they move ever closer to automatic qualification in the Europa League, coming from behind to defeat Rangers by 2-1. Rangers going in front in the first half in spectacular fashion through Bojan Majowski's overhead kick. Initially judged to have been offside, but given by VAR after a check. And so Rangers had the advantage almost until half-time, but with the last kick of the first half, it was all square after Ibrahim Cissé cut the ball back to Utvush, and he was able to slot it past Jack Butland with the aid of a deflection, and that changed the shape of the game altogether. And in the second half, it was the home side who looked the more dangerous side, and indeed it was them who carved Rangers open on 73 minutes. A fabulous diagonal ball out to the left-hand side for O'Dowda, who took a touch before putting it back into the middle, where at the back post Barnabas Varga was there unmarked to nod past Butland and into the empty net. Rangers came closest to an equaliser with 3 minutes of the 90 to play as Finlay Curtis picked up on the edge of the box, went for goal, might have picked out the pass to Mikey Moore instead, but in the end he took the shot, and it was tipped wide brilliantly by David Groff. And so Rangers fall to defeat once more in Europe, just 1 point from 6 games. It is a pretty dismal offering, and